Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Scott. I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to go ahead and review the 2019 horror thriller comedy total mindfuck Come to Daddy. Excuse my language, but there's no other way to describe this film. Elijah Wood, who I always thought was a good actor. I think I started really liking him from The Good Son way back in the 90s, and there was some other movies he was in, like North, which was okay. You know, he was younger. It was strange. He kind of, I guess, fell out of the spotlight a little bit. But I think the Lord of the Ring movies kind of brought him front and center again, which I've never seen because those aren't my kind of films. But I think his adult career, he's been making some really interesting film selection choices. I think he served as it was, I believe, his own film production company, as well as him appearing in the movie Cooties several years ago, the horror comedy film about, like, basically zombie kids, pretty much. Um, I didn't love that one, but I thought it was interesting, and I thought it was a unique departure from other things that we've come to know from him, obviously. When I heard that they were remaking Maniac, I love the original Maniac, but I am a big, if you guys know, I'm a huge remake and sequel guy. I love remakes, I love sequels pretty much more often than not. A lot of times I like them better than the original. But the Maniac sequel was announced, and right away I was like, oh, God, here we go. I was worried about it. I was excited because I liked the remakes, but I was also worried about it because I didn't know who was going to handle it and how it was going to come out. And I heard Elijah Wood was attached to it, and instantly I got interested because I'm like, this could be good. He sees things in scripts that I don't think the average person sees. I think he makes some really interesting decisions. And Maniac came out, and that was fantastic, and he was brilliant in that movie. He's been making a few other appearances, a few other interesting projects since then. That's several years old already. But when I heard about Come to Daddy, it just sounded like this wild, crazy ride. I like the title a lot. Stephen McHattie's in it. He's a veteran actor for, what, 40 years in the film industry. But I basically know him from Look What's Happened to Rosemary's Baby. That's what I know him from. And I always liked his performance in that film, and I've kept an eye on him over the years, but I wasn't a huge follower of him. He would just pop up in everything. I mean, if you watch films, you know this guy. So I figured the two of them pairing together could be very, very interesting. And I'm not, this is a non-spoiler review, but Come to Daddy starts, and starts very strong. And instantly you don't know what's going on, but you think this is going to be an interesting cat and mouse type of scenario through the whole film. It's going to play out, something's going to be weird, something's going to happen, there's going to be secrets that surface, and that's what I was expecting. I was basically expecting Elijah Wood getting a letter from his father that he hasn't spoken to a while. The father says, show up. He shows up to meet him, and his father's a psychopath, and he's basically torments the kid. That's what I thought it was about. It's not. It's not. There's elements that are thrown in from beginning to end that will have you scratching your head, will have you laughing, will have you doing double takes on stuff. Did they just do this? Did they just say that? Did I just see this? And yet, Come to Daddy works. It works very well from beginning to end. My wife and I watched it together. She didn't like it. It's not necessarily her kind of film anyway. But I thought it was absolutely outstanding. I see what they were trying to do with this kind of film, and they succeeded. And any time a film sets out to be as anytime a film sets out to be as daring and audacious as this one is, and works, it gets a lot of points with me. I just think it was, from beginning to end, I loved every frame of this film. I thought it was twisted and disturbing, and to be honest, I think I have the vision for it, but if I had the budget for it, this is the kind of film that I would like to make. I just think it was excellent. I think Elijah Wood was very good in it. I just think that the all of the events transpiring around him and what was going on was so weird and so off the wall and so strange and unhinged that he may have actually, the story may have engulfed him, and his performance may have been lost due to the fact that the film was so out there and so crazy. But don't lose fact that he was brilliant in the film. The film was just so strong on its own and so weird and strange that you kind of forget performances. You kind of overlook people. You're just in the moment taking in this film. But Elijah Wood was very, very good in this film. Very good. I don't know if he was quite up to maniac as he was in that film, but pretty much just under it. He was just a hair under that, and I think this is definitely rates up there as one of his best performances, which does say a lot because he's had a very long career in the film industry already, and he's had some very good roles, and this is one of his strongest ones yet. Come to Daddy, I can't say much about it without ruining anything, but be prepared to watch a film that it appears on the surface that nothing is happening and nothing is going on and the story's going nowhere, but it seems to be doing quite the opposite in spite of itself. I don't know how to explain that without really ruining anything, but this is a good one. This is a really good one. I really like this movie. It came out 2019. I usually review films and categorize them based on the year that I've seen them, because I'm playing catch up from films that I haven't seen for forever. I just saw the original Terminator. I know, like 2 years ago. I have yet to see Predator, that kind of thing. I haven't seen these films, so when I see them, I review them as, it's a new release for me. So Come to Daddy came out in 2019. Obviously, it hit DVD this year, and I'm reviewing it as it's a 2020 film. So right now, I can say Come to Daddy is my favorite film of 2020. But again, it came out last year. But 2020 so far, Come to Daddy has my vote. And I posted another review earlier, a perfect 10 out of 10, which I never do, because it's really rare that I feel that a film is absolutely perfect. But the one I did earlier, which was actually Night Eyes 2, I gave a 10 out of 10 for what it was, erotic thriller genre. But I'm going to go ahead and give Come to Daddy a 10 out of 10. I loved it. I loved every frame about it. You know who you are. You know what kind of film you're going to like and what film you're not going to like. If you like mainstream, easy answer, nice Hollywoodized bow, packaged up with a bow on it, you're not going to like this film at all. If you like the obscure, the real off-the-wall, wacky, kind of like me, I can't even say it's a B movie film. There's so much going on here. But if you like those kind of films, you'll like Come to Daddy. Alright, check that one out, guys. Again, 10 out of 10, Come to Daddy, Elijah Wood. Very, very good, very strong performance, but so much going on, it kind of overpowers him. But don't lose fact of what he's doing. He's nice nuanced performance, nice slow burn, low key, but very effective. And it's brilliant how he manages his performance in this film. So again, guys, Come to Daddy, 10 out of 10. Those of you who like those kind of films, you know who you are. Everyone else, you've been warned. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will check out with you guys the next time. Have a good one.